Greetings from the set of Metro and More at Metropolitan Community College, serving more than 50,000 students with over 120 programs at our 8 locations in the daytime, evening, weekends, or online. And I'm your host, Kent Pavelka. Welcome again to Metro and More. More of what you need to know about Metropolitan Community College. In the next half hour, we're going to chat with you about MCC's Career Services with the Career Services Coordinator at Metropolitan Community College, Monique Cribbs, back on the program. Pleasure to have your smiley face. You're always a pleasure to chat with, and this is an exciting thing at Metro, Career Services, and I know it's developing.
Yes.
You've been in this job now full in the Career Services, running the Career Services since what? First of the year in 13?
January 2013.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is, I know you've had your handprint on a lot of things, and we want to talk about that. You're an Omaha native, went to North High, degrees from both UNO and Bellevue?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Got your master's at, was it Bellevue?
At Bellevue,
Yeah.
in Human Services, and I'm currently working on my doctorate from University of Nebraska-Lincoln in Educational Leadership and Higher Ed.
Wow.
Yes. I have homework tonight.
You are ambitious.
I know.
And you also logged some time with a position at Creighton, right? You
Yes.
ran their TRIO program?
I was a coordinator in the TRIO program. So working with adults who were 19 and older who wanted to pursue their GED, ESL, or go to college.
Was that your first full-time position, or I mean, where did your career start?
My career originally started at Bellevue University. That's my first time in higher education. So my background is actually social services and higher ed, and I've had a mixture of going back and forth between the two, but always working with adults or at-risk youth to help them to reach their goals.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy working in higher education and working at the community college. So I've been an adjunct here for the past 8 years, and when the opportunity came around for me to apply for the career services position, I was very excited.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful ever since.
What about Metropolitan Community College and this focus excites you?
I think it's being able to work with so many different types of people. It's not always your traditional college-age student. You may have someone who just graduated from high school, or you may have someone who's coming back from working after 30 years. And they all need some type of guidance or assistance or what's the best fit for them. And so I just enjoy helping them and having people look at things from a different perspective, maybe than what they were originally thinking of, and then having the staff that's also very supportive from the administration all the way down, and then my own career services staff that is very talented and very good at working with students.
And when do we all begin to address you as Dr. Cribbs?
Oh, that's like 4 years from now.
Very good. Give us just a feel for how many students do you work with at a given time?
It varies. So we've increased over time. Last year we worked with about 100, 150 students. And again, it was slow moving because we were just getting started. And now we're seeing a lot more traffic coming through. The different locations, South and Ford, I would say probably are our busiest locations right now. We're just moving into the MCC Express, and I have a career navigator there now 1 day a week. And then we're also out at Elkhorn as well. So it's a process, but we are seeing more traffic come through.
What's the history of career services at Metro? Did you initiate all this, or was there a
This
program
part of
in
it
place?
I did, but prior to me, career services has taken different directions prior to when I was here. I remember when I first started teaching at Metro that there was a career center at each location. And at some point that went away, so it was like a transition where the college had different views for career services. And then when I came into place, we wanted something that was more hands-on and also having that online resource as well. So a blending of the two and just doing some things that are more dynamic and more interactive.
Monique, you mentioned the number of students that you're helping, you're assisting. You want more, right? I mean,
Definitely. We want every student. It's very important for students when they start their program, or even when you're unsure of what you want to do, to come in and talk to us at Career Services, because we have assessments. Like I said again, I have a very talented staff who can really work with students to help them to kind of narrow down. We can't tell you exactly what you should do. That's not our job. But we can help you to narrow down and look at your passions and your talent and your natural skills and abilities, and look at those programs or those careers out there that may fit you best.
What would you guess is the percentage of students that come into Metropolitan Community College and really don't really don't know what they want to study,
I was
but
asking-
go ahead and study anyway.
Right. I would say that's the majority of students, and it's not just at Metropolitan Community College. That's
Right.
across the board. If you talk to anyone from a four-year school to a community college, you have a large number of folks who come in, they're undecided. And even we tell students, if you come in with a major, you probably are going to change your mind again, and that's average. A student in college changes their major about 3 or 4 times throughout their career. So again, having that career services staff helping you to kind of navigate and not feeling as though, oh my gosh, I have to stay in this particular field or I can't get a job. That's not true. So it's natural. And again, we're here to support that process, and we want the student to find, again, the best fit for them. Not what their parent told them, not what maybe a commercial is saying to them, but what is truly, truly your passion in life.
You know, I would guess that the success rate in a student doing well in higher education is much better if they go through something like this and get their curiosity and their interest defined.
Yes.
Rather than kind of just wallow around for a while.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So you said you want to work with every Metro student.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're getting the word out on that. What's the best way for, would it be the website to get a feel for what Career Services is all about?
Yes, the current website will have information about what we do, the services that we offer. If someone goes on the website, you can actually go to Contact Us, and then it will have an intake form. And so if it's current student or alumni, you can use the intake form and fill that out, and then one of the navigators will call back within 2 business days. Or you can just call our office directly and make an appointment. We really would like for folks to make an appointment just to make sure that we don't have another student already there at that time. But we also take walk-ins as well. So it's one of those things, if you're on campus, stop by and see if we can help you at that moment. If not, we'll schedule an appointment for the student. And also, like I said, we work with alumni as well.
Yeah. So you've used the word navigators a couple of times. What is a navigator?
Yes, the Career Services Navigators, these are master's leveled employees who work with students. So their job is to work with the student one-on-one with anything from resume writing to interviewing to job search, any of those career related activities. Also, they talk to them about the assessments that are out there as well. So once the student completes the Holland Code or whatever else is out there, they will then go back over the results with them and just kind of talk to them and say, okay, these are some commonalities. Are you seeing these commonalities? Now, since you've learned this about yourself, now what are we thinking as a next step? So they're there as a guide to navigate them through.
Yeah. And we were visiting before we went on air. You're located currently at South
At MCC Express.
MCC Express,
Yes.
24th and Minton.
Yes.
And you have a navigator on duty there for 2 days a week, one day a week?
1 day a week, on
Uh-huh.
Wednesdays.
And then 5 days a week at both the Fort and at South, is
Correct.
that right?
Correct. And then 2 days a week at Elkhorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so to get that specific information, again, the website would give you that.
Definitely.
I think it'd be interesting for you to take us through. If I call you and say, okay, I'm coming in, I don't know what I want to do, so I make an appointment at one of those sites with a navigator, right?
Right.
That's the first step?
Yes.
So I walk in and what happens?
We greet you with a smile.
Well, good.
We have all of our students sign in, and then from there, basically the navigator will talk to them about, what are your thoughts? What do you want to get out of today's appointment? And so if the student says, I want to go to school, I'm just not sure. I have all these different ideas, I'm not sure. And so what they'll do is they'll go through and talk to them about their past work experience, maybe their past education. What did you enjoy in high school or college prior? Or what type of jobs did you enjoy and what did you not enjoy? From there, they will have them do the Holland Code. And that's just a quick and easy assessment that the students just go through and they check the different boxes of things that appeal to them. From there, they add up the scores, and your top 3 scores are your Holland Code. So you may fall as a realistic person, or an artistic person, or a social person.
Those are the only 3 categories?
There's 6 categories.
6
so
categories.
It's realistic, investigative, social, enterprising, artistic, and then conventional. So there's 6 of those. Once you fall into your category, it will show the career options for folks who, if that's your strong suit. So if you're realistic, here's the different career options. And then also the Metro majors. Again, it doesn't mean that you have to major in those areas. It doesn't mean you have to pursue those careers. It's just showing that based off of your skills and abilities, that's where realistic people tend to fall to. So again, it starts to open up people's eyes. Oh my gosh, I realize That's why I liked maybe a data entry job, because I'm a conventional person. I like order. I like knowing my routine. Myself, I am a social person, so I enjoy talking to others, working with others, helping others, and that's why my career has always been, again, working with different folks, either in the social services aspect or the higher education aspect. Once they figure that out, we take them on the website and show them the different MCC programs that are out there. We also go through Department of Labor, maybe show them some different jobs that are out there, again, just to give them an idea. If the student says, I'm ready to register, then we refer them down to the advisor, because we don't advise. We simply try and help them go from that large, maybe overwhelming picture to start to narrow it down from there. And again, letting them know that, hey, if you get into a class and you realize that's not what I thought it was going to be, it's okay. Come back. Let's explore some similar things, and also know that your advisor is there as well to help you.
What percentage of students who come in really don't have any idea what they want to do versus the ones, it's two questions really, versus the ones who say, yeah, I'm interested in doing X, Y, Z, but then they find out through this procedure that that's not a fit.
Right, right. I would say percentage, maybe about 70% who don't know what they want to do. For those who come in and say, I know this is what I want, and then come back later, I would probably say it's half and half again. Because
Really?
I think it's one of those things that, again, what you have in your mind and what the reality is two different worlds. And so we want the student to know that it's okay if you change your mind. It's okay that you maybe want to start your own business, and maybe you think that going through accounting is the best way, but maybe the fit for you is actually entrepreneurship. And so let's explore those different things. So letting them know that even though it's not the traditional mindset to get to that actual occupation, we can still help you figure that out. My background is in communications and human services. Years ago when I was in school, I would have never ever thought about even working in a college, but I love it. So again, it's one of those paths that you just have to experience different things to figure out where you really fit.
Sure. How much time does this process take for a student? You come in and go through all this. Is it a couple days or
Our
week?
initial appointment is about 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they run a little bit longer.
And then you walk out after an hour and you pretty much,
we start the process.
okay.
And so for some of the navigators, they actually give the students some homework to do. So they may say, okay, these were your top 3 career choices. These are your top 3 majors. We want you to go out and do a little bit more research. And then let's make a follow-up appointment and come back in and let's talk about what you learned about, these careers or these majors. And they go from there. But again, it varies depending on the student. Everybody is different. You may have someone who comes in and they can get that information knocked out in that time frame. So it varies, but
Yeah.
on average 45 minutes to an hour, and there's usually follow-up appointments from there.
I know, Monique, this isn't all that you do as career
No.
as career services coordinator. Explain the job, the rest of it.
Yes, so my role is to create relationships. So internally with staff and deans and faculty, just really getting them on board with career services, talking to them about how can we collaborate, what are some new programs that they want to see or that what career services can bring to them. Externally going out and working with employers, so to build those relationships. Again, there's so many employers that call us every day that want to hire MCC student for positions, whether it's an internship, full-time, part-time positions. So again, just making sure that everything is working, and I'm trying to connect as many dots as possible. Another part of my position is to continue to move career services forward. So working on a mobile app for that Holland Code is what we're in the process of doing. Also updating our career services website to a portal as well, and those things will roll out later on this summer or early fall. So
Exciting.
lots of creativity.
So I'm going to be able to go on my iPhone or my Android or my iPad or my computer
Yes.
and do really some of the things that I would do with a navigator.
It's the initial process. So it's the actual Holland Code, what I described earlier. So
Right.
you can actually go in, you can take the actual assessment. It will pop up your top 3 scores. It will then show you the majors related and the career occupations, and that will also drill back to our website for Metro about more details about the major, and then the Department of Labor for more information about those particular careers that you're interested in. From there, the student has the ability to reach out to a career navigator and make an appointment, or they don't have to. It's truly up to them
Yeah.
what they would like to do. It also will take them back to our website and give them more information about any works and then a little bit additional resources about career services.
Exciting.
Yes.
It's simply making it a lot easier to
Yes.
access what you do.
Definitely.
Another way to do that. You talked about working with employers. What do you do with those relationships?
Yes.
In terms of tying it together with the students?
Definitely. We host career fairs. So every year we host a fall industry fair, and the industry fair is truly based off of the campuses. So we look at Elkhorn, Fort, and South, and we base it off of the programs that are hosted at that campus. And so we recruit employers for those types of programs. So South Campus, which is trades and health sciences and government and things of that nature. So we look for employers who fit that. That way we can connect the students who are there with those actual industries. And so that will come up actually mid-October.
For all 3 campuses?
For all 3 campuses, yes.
Same day or?
Different days.
Different days?
Different days. And we'll have that out on the website here soon. And then in the springtime, we have just an all career fair where it's all industries. It's a true mixture. And I host those at the Fort campus and the South campus. And we just actually wrapped up this past April, and we had a total of 87 employers between the 2 campuses and about 300 folks who came through.
How exciting.
Between 2 campuses. And these events are open to our students, our alumni, and then also the public as well.
How exciting.
Yes, thank you.
How many, I mean, are these employers looking for people, or are they looking for people down the line?
No.
They,
No,
they
they're
need,
actually-
they need workers.
Yes, yes. So as part of the career fair, when I put the information out to the employers, it does say we would like for employers to have current openings. And then the positive part is our relationship with the Department of Labor. They're able to help me to say, okay, company A has multiple positions open, we're going to reach out. So that way when the student comes up and they have interest, it's not one of those, let me just take your resume. It's actually, hey, we have 6 positions open or 12 positions open, or here's all the different opportunities for you.
In addition to the employers who are at the fair. I mean, okay, I think I've got it. So this is the part where the Nebraska Department of Labor, what is it? It's called AnyWorks?
Yes, yes. So we utilize the AnyWorks site. And AnyWorks itself has over 20,000 active jobs. And so it updates every 24 to 48 hours. And this is open to anyone who lives in Nebraska, anyone really across the country, but it's for jobs based out of Nebraska. So it's an excellent website. From there, we actually use AnyWorks for our own job site. So if there's any employer who wants to actually post a job with us for our students, they would create that AnyWorks account and post it and add recruit MCC, which is our keyword search. So currently we have over 500 plus jobs out there from employers who want an MCC student or alumni.
That's pretty cool.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
what's explaining the motivation behind an employer specifically saying, I want an MCC student or grad?
Right. Well, MCC offers so many great programs. So we have over 175 programs. MCC is wonderful with training and educating, and a lot of employers want to hire Nebraskans. And so, you know, we contribute so much to that brain gain that it's just a wonderful fit, it's a wonderful connection, and the goal through Career Services is to continue to connect as much as we can.
Monique, you have something I think called the personal account and the resume builder. Does that tie in with any of what we've been talking about, or is that something else?
So the personal account is for the actual job seeker. So you have either an employer account or the job seeker account. So when the student comes in and they're wanting to job search, the navigator will help them to create their personal account. And then there's actually a resume builder that's built into the program. And so you can utilize that. And once you have your resume online, you can job search based off your skill sets, off your education, off your past work experience, or you can just job search based off of keywords.
And then if there's a connection, how's the connection made then?
So once the student goes in and you create the account and you put all your information in, it will actually rank it from 100% all the way down as far as fit for a position.
Yeah.
So the student can actually say, okay, I see there are 10 positions that I have a 90% or above fit for those, so I'm going to go after that. And the ones that are maybe below 50%, they're not worth pursuing because that's not your strongest fit. So the student can then reach out and start to apply for those different positions and post their resume, and the employer themselves can go in through AnyWorks and actually search for students.
And see the resume.
And see the resume, see any information that's out there.
Oh, how cool. It's 2014, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
this is all about technology, or not all about technology, but largely. Having said all this, how do you feel Metropolitan Community College's student services maybe stands out from other institutions, or stands above them?
I think that we're being very innovative at this moment. We're actually the first institution in the state to partner with the Nebraska Department of Labor. I think it's a wonderful partnership. They've been very supportive, very open to trying new things. I think having that mobile app come out, the portal, we're just doing some things that are different from other colleges and institutions. But I think career services as a whole across the board, everyone is trying something different. But I like the fact that we're really looking at our own resources here in Nebraska. Looking at the Department of Education and what they have to offer, there's wonderful resources there. So the portal will help to bring those resources to the forefront, to let students know, hey, so you want to know what it's like to work in agriculture? Here's a cool video, check that out. And it's actually a brand new updated video. Or you're not sure on how to write a resume, there's a great curriculum that shows videos and walks you through step by step that we actually utilize in the appointments as well. So I like the fact that I'm trying to really focus more on the resources that are here for Nebraska residents, since so many of our students stay in Nebraska, and really helping them.
Yeah, and that's an issue in this state, is keeping our educated students in the state.
Right.
So that's a great, there's some great synergy there for a lot of people. I mean, the interest of the student and employers and the state.
Definitely.
You've been focusing on this in this position for a little over a year or so. What's your greatest, what success story tickles you most? Got anything you want to share? I think
Yes.
would be interesting for people to hear.
Yeah, so we had a student who I've known her since last year when I started, and she was very creative, very funny, great personality, but like any other person had their own obstacles, and a couple different times wanted to drop out of school, and would come in and I would say, don't drop out, don't do it, just stick with it, and it's going to pay off for you. And so she ended up sticking with it. She graduated this spring and she landed a job in her career field, and so she's very excited, and I'm so happy for her that not only myself but also my staff helped to support her and keep her motivated and let her know that it's not always an easy road. I mean, for anyone that's out there, everyone knows there's some type of setback, but keeping your eye focused on the prize, and she was able to do that. From the career fair this spring, we had 3 different students who came in who had follow-up job interviews. One had 3 lined up and came in every day of the week to practice their mock interviewing skills with the career navigator to make sure that he was ready to go. So just being able to see that come to life and see the excitement in the student and see the value of what we do, that gets me excited. And I would love to see that just duplicate over and over across the board.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
I'm sure you will, because you're just really in your infancy in building this. So I think question comes to my mind. You talk about working with these students with respect to what you just talked about. How does what you do differ from what the counselor? Everybody can have a counselor too, right?
An advisor.
An advisor, excuse
Yes.
me, yeah.
So the advisor is advising the students on the different programs. They're registering students. They're talking to students about different things related to the classroom, to the program, things of that nature. We help just to kind of overview and point them in the direction based off of their skills and abilities. We don't advise. We don't register for classes. We're truly there on the career
You're
side.
beyond college, basically.
Yes, we're just helping them to explore those parts, and then when they want more of that in-depth information about the program, we tell them to either go to the advisor or contact the faculty members in that program and study so you can learn more about the actual requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great success stories you just mentioned. What about the flip side? What's your biggest challenge right now?
I think it's the same as any other career services. Just having students start with us from day one and not waiting until the very end, not waiting until it's time to graduate. Also understanding the value of internships or any type of industry-related experiences. So if you're going to school for health, trying to find a job in some type of health industry, even that's doing customer service, if it's the front desk and greeting folks, but being in that environment and being able to observe on a daily basis what's happening. But again, that's something that career services, no matter where you're at, we all experience the same thing.
Sure.
So I would say that's one of our greatest challenges, but again, it's one student at a time. And every time we bring one in and we're able to help them, then we tell them, go out and tell your friends about what we did, and have them come in as well.
Yeah, that the part you talked about is being able to walk out with a degree and also some measure of experience in the field. That's just huge.
Yes, definitely.
But why is it that so many students, historically anyway, wait until the end to start thinking about it,
You know,
their career?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if the mindset is, well, I'm here to focus on my major, and then everything else will come. I can say even when I was in college, I don't remember going to career services off the bat. But now I realize the value of starting with them from square one, because you do have some employers who say, I'm open to a part-time position that could be flexible with their schedule as they start their program, and as they work through that, then they're building time here. So when they graduate, they may be able to go ahead and post for a higher level position. So I think it's just a mindset thing. You know, I think,
and maybe more students knowing it's available early on, or being told it's available early on.
Well, yes, being told, but again, I still think it's a mindset that it's career services. I don't need a career at this moment.
Yeah.
I'm here to go to school. But understanding that there's other services that we offer that will work with them and help them.
What's your vision for, I mean, like short term,
Yes.
down the line, for where you want to take the program?
I want it to grow. I would love to have additional navigators at each location, 5 days a week, but again, that's going to take time. That's when we build that momentum.
That'll probably happen as the demand.
Yes, as the demand
yeah.
comes, then being able to continue to meet that need, because again, remember last year when I started, it was just me.
Yes.
And so now I have, I went to a grad student, and now I have 3 part-time career navigators who work with students one-on-one. So seeing that staff need grow once the demand continues to grow. Also, just being able to have a space for employers to come in and do interviewing, maybe an interview suite. So just being able to grow the space that we're in, being able to be a larger presence out in the public, just doing those things that will continue to push our students and push us to do our best. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas. So, and I can see them all coming true.
Anything just light you up as far as your idea? I mean, not that you want to share. I probably don't want to share it on television, but
well,
maybe you do.
Some of my ideas were having that interactive mobile app, and it's coming true.
Mm-hmm.
Updating the website to the portal, and it's coming true. So I think it's one of those things that some things you just have to take step by step.
Sure.
And it will happen, and give it the right timing. And others, I think, will probably happen organically. Maybe something I didn't even think about will be a need or a service that works best for our students, and we won't see that until sometime in the future.
Yeah, be watching for the new portal and
Yes.
and the mobile app. How are you going to get the word out about the app?
Yes, we're going to work with marketing. So
Good.
using social media, brochures, getting out into the classrooms, just any way possible.
And if you're not a student or never have been, are you not going to be able to get on it? Use
You
the
still
app?
can.
You still can?
Yes, yes. That's open to everyone, both the portal and the mobile app.
Because if you check out the mobile app, and some folks will be watching the show after it's a reality,
Right.
you know, that might motivate you to come to college.
Definitely,
you
and
know.
that's what we want.
Yeah,
That's definitely what we want.
that's great. Anything that we haven't covered real quick in a minute? This has gone fast.
It has.
That you
no.
want to
I think we covered
share?
everything. I think we have covered everything. If you're a student or alumni or know of anyone, definitely have them come out to Career Services to give us a call, to stop by. Again, we have tons of job opportunities out there on the AnyWorks website. We're just there to help. So spreading the word.
Very good. There's your phone number and the website.
Definitely.
And thanks for the update.
Thank you.
We'll do it again because lots of things are happening.
Right.
Thanks, Monique.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it very much. Monique Cribbs, the Career Service Coordinator at Metropolitan Community College. And thanks for being with us again on Metro and More. Our goal is to better acquaint you with the mission, the reach, and the leadership of the college. I'm Kent Pavelka for Metropolitan Community College.
This has been a MetroVision production produced by Metropolitan Community College.
After high school, I became a father and had to put college on hold. I never had a chance to do what I really wanted. Now at 35, I'm moving forward with a career in media arts. MCC makes it convenient and comfortable, plus the facilities are outstanding. They were very accepting of me coming back.
On average, every hour of credit increases the income of an MCC student by $159 per year. The inspiring option is Metropolitan Community College.